to do a kind of weird reading on is Trump the beast in Revelations? And I've been wanting to do this for a while, and every time I try to lay out like how to do it, I just get like a headache because it's such a complicated, I don't want to sit here and like read lines really, and it's such a complicated book, Revelations, and there's so many different words for like the dragon, the beast, the devil, the antichrist, the Satan, and that you just kind of like your head starts spinning, like wait, who is what is who? But it seems to me that there's a sort of like the spirit of evil, right, is like able to give power to a couple of men. I think that there's one man who is like quieter, that you might call the Antichrist. I think that is Putin. I think he's like conjuring like dark magic energies and using it for his evil magic. And I think that he gave power, and then this Antichrist gives power unto the beast, who rules nations and makes fire fall from the sky, and he has like the voice of a lion and all of this. He speaks with blasphemy, which is like profanity, cruel, foul, disrespectful. He makes war with the saints. Like anyone who tries to do anything good gets like just like clobbered by him. It just sounds about right? And then there's two, there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given to him to continue 42 months. That's 3.5 years, which is basically right now. But, this was written thousands of years ago. We can give him a little bit of leeway on how long. So we'll see. But that is kind of exciting that it's 3.5 years. We'll see. John is the writer, the sort of seer that wrote this book, Revelations. And also you have to think of it from his point of view. He doesn't have any like context for what he's seeing really in the future, if it is. And a lot of people think it's just a general warning against like powerful emperors who would try to take power and all of that, but I definitely think we're seeing the beast of all beasts right now, with the power of all powers, at least in our time. I mean, the interesting thing is that if it were true, that would mean that we're in kind of a judgment day, which would explain why we have to live with this for so long, like, and maybe in hopes that more people will wake up and decide, I don't want to be a part of this mean thing. So it's sort of like a favor to those. And then two funny things about it. So it says that, this is going to sound kind of ridiculous, but I really believe. So this beast had a wound on his head that healed, and then everyone marveled at this wound that healed. And if anybody, I don't know how old everybody is, but before Donald Trump got into politics, all we ever knew him for was his weird hairline, which it turns out was from this very severe hair transplant surgery. I think his wife Ivana wrote about it, that it was like extremely imagine being John in thousands of years ago, seeing this surgery into the brain where just blood, and then like it's sewed back on in this other way, and then Trump was only known for his hairline. I mean, I guess he was kind of just this joke. He was just a joke, but the joke was always about his hairline. And so I'm like, I just kind of laugh and think, did he see the surgery, and then how we all marveled at his weird hair? And then it was like the guy with the weird hair thinks he's running for president now? What? And then the other thing is that he saw that the worshippers would wear an image of the beast on their forehead and right hand. And I'm like, I think he saw a MAGA rally. I think he knew people were walking around with these red baseball hats. He would have no way of knowing what a baseball hat is or those signs that they hold up at the rallies. So I just I kind of laugh when I see a MAGA hat. It's kind of like, oh, he's wearing the sign of the beast on his forehead. I think the miracles that John might have been seeing, how did this quieter dragon bring the louder beast to power with these miracles. And I'm like, he could have been seeing the sort of internet miracles that, or, you know, like how would he have known how to explain what he was seeing with how he basically cheated his way into power, or, you know, the hacking, or like not the hacking, but if he like, yeah, like if hackers were able to get in and like change the votes, or, you know, all the crazy images sent out of Trump looking like a savior and like all this stuff. Anyway, that's my setup. Let's see what the cards say. So our question today, Spirit, is, I feel so ridiculous saying it, but I think we all wonder, is Trump the beast, and are we in Judgment Day? Is there anything that Spirit wants to comment on this? So I started shuffling, and I was feeling like I just started to feel like a really intense energy in my head. And I don't know, something just felt off and wrong. And I decided to, instead of that, I would like to just sort of maybe try to tap into John, the writer of Revelations. Maybe it's John that's that could have some commentary for us. This card did already fly out, so I'm going to be fair and use that, or I flipped that actually. So switching it around a little bit, John, who wrote Revelations, if you have any commentary on what's happening today, you know, with Donald Trump and with the people and what we're going through, is there any commentary we could get from John, the prophet who wrote Revelations? We would love to get wisdom and insight from him today. Okay, so here's my reading on that, and I still have this just very warm, hot heat in my head, and I feel maybe we really have connected with John, and there's like a real sweetness to this, which I'll explain. I'll just say that I've never, you know, I feel that he put me in this and himself. Not that I'm in this, you know, the world part of it, but he's sort of like referencing our reading and our moment. And he's sort of saying himself, and I'm getting like such chills like that. And I feel this, like that saints or spirits that love us, you know, loving spirit loves to put us on a pedestal and be humble in certain ways. And I see this as, and you know, I just see that myself as just the reader in this reading, seeking answers, and his message saying that what he wrote, it was an offering, a sort of gift or offering, and his humble gift and offering, something that he wrote in hopes to inspire or teach, pass on wisdom. So I feel that it's so sweet in this way. I see this also as his book, and sort of he enjoys seeing how people, you know, like you can plant the seeds and you can see how different people interpret the words, and covered by this angel of temperance saying perhaps, you know, everybody, you know, people get it somewhat right, somewhat wrong. People pick up pieces of wisdom from it, and so, you know, do I have it right? Somewhat maybe, but also like, you know, it's not some 100% thing, that's what it is. It's sort of a wisdom to it that's sort of bigger than, say, this moment in time. It's just a bigger thing. And I really like that angel. We have this angel with us. There's a lot of angels in the book, you know. I also see these cards as saying, so this is the card of starting a war, and this is the card of, starting a fight, and this is the card of the fight is over. So I almost see this, it's like a cycle, and it's true. And you look, because there's so many different periods of life where someone could say that they think they're seeing this book playing out in that moment. And it's like there's always a new fight, and then the fight always ends. Some people win, some people lose. And I think, also this could be letting us know that the fight will be over. The fight we're in right now will eventually come to an end. But I do wonder if it's sort of speaking to a cycle that happens in time, and that this book can be relevant in. I see this as this is how we sort of feel right now. Not only are we this is like would be disillusioned, but like we're disillusioned, and on top of that, everything just feels topsy-turvy and upside down. Nothing makes sense to us. So I think this is speaking to how we feel right now, and maybe why we would turn to, try to find this bigger meaning. And this tells me great change. Great change is not just coming, it's here. So like maybe what we don't realize is maybe the sort of the reason things have gone crazy is because the great change is here. It's coming hard and fast. And that just is, sort of toppling things and causing people to act badly, try to hold on to power or whatnot. But I think it's saying like it's always an indication of great change. Great change is coming, great change is here. And that's what shakes everything up. Hopes and fears. I think that we hope, of course, that, I did ask about Trump. We hope maybe, is he going to walk away? We hope that happens. I'm afraid he's not going to walk away. We're stuck with him. And I just think this is so beautiful to be like reading on or with John, the writer of Revelations, to end on Judgment and the world seems so cool. I mean, it sort of just speaks to sort of a validation. I mean, a validation, yes. And sort of a like, don't worry. And by the way, these came out together. I do the fast forward thing, but they came out together. And normally I would pick a third, but I just thought that was so perfect. And so we've got Judgment and the World, two such like great cards for this reading, and the world just being like the wholeness and the completeness. It's sort of the end of a cycle. So like, yeah, I think it is speaking to a cycle, and we're reaching the end of a cycle. And the whole the whole book is about what, Judgment Day, right? And then maybe it does call to us to act from our higher selves and to abandon our lower selves. And maybe we are seeing some of that playing out. And like sort of that trumpet, like, please give up meanness and join the unity of the world and taking it to a better place, a better age. So I walked away and came back because I felt incomplete. I felt I wanted to throw more cards here. And I shuffled, and these three cards came out together. And I think it's awesome, this message. We have a 10 of Cups and a 10 of Pentacles. It's everything. It's everything you could want. And then with the Hanged Man, which just says, just be patient and wait. Just be patient. All good things are coming. I mean, it's just beautiful. You couldn't get more good things coming our way. So that's beautiful, and just wanted to share those final cards that came out for the final outcome. And then this is just how we feel right now. We're just sort of trapped, and we just sort of have to wait. Like, we feel like we can't do anything to get us here faster. And that's just, and then also at the base after, at some point we have this Ace of Cups. Oh, and interesting underneath it, the Devil and the Fool. So so this is a new energy coming, a new love, a new energy. I mean, that feels very, the book Revelations also has a lot of this emotion in it as well. Like, all of this bad stuff happens just to get to the point where we have a new age, a new time, a new love. And look at that, the devil there, overcoming the devil. Oh yeah, and here we are with the new age, the Fool. So that's really cool. So I give thanks and gratitude to John, for who I think has come to join us for this read and answer some questions for us, and that was really cool. And thanks for joining me for this, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.